Hey everyone, hot on the heels of the underwhelming Nikon D610 announcement, Pentax have just brought out their brand new flagship, the K3. Let's chat it through. Okay, so I've said this several times, Pentax offer so much bang for your buck, it's ridiculous. If you're not committed to a brand setup already, definitely check them out. I gave the Pentax K3 my most underrated product of the year for 2012. It's just astonishing what you get for the money. And the same is true with this K3. Listen to these specs and just imagine we're talking Canon or Nikon, then imagine the price tag that's gonna come with it. 24.4 megapixel sensor shift technology for vibration compensation with rotational compensation. That's what makes the Olympus OMD series so great, is that rotational compensation. It's got an AA filter that you can turn on or off, unlike some now that just don't have one. I'll explain that a little bit more later. It's got 27 autofocus points, 25 of them across type. It's got a 3.2-inch LCD, 100% viewfinder coverage, plus 0.95 magnification, which is one of the biggest for its class, just behind the Nikon D7100. It does 8.3 frames a second. Compare that to 6 frames a second of the brand new Nikon D610. That's not a sports camera, but the D7100 is, and that's also 6 frames a second. You can bump it up to 7 if you go into a crop mode. Doesn't compare to 8.3, however. This will do full HD at 30 frames a second progressive or 60 frames a second interlaced. It's got dual SD card. Importantly, it's also got mic input and headphone out. Great if you're gonna get into video. It also supports USB. Weight, the Pentax cameras are not dainty little things. These are rugged, they're weather sealed, and this one actually weighs almost the same as the Nikon D610 as well at 800 grams. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. It is compatible with FluCard though, some new thing which will let you connect, in a wireless kind of way via your SD card. And as I said, this one has what they call an anti-aliasing simulator. So instead of just removing that altogether, it does it via software. So it doesn't have an AA filter, I should say, but you can enable the anti-moire effect, which it does via software. So you can effectively turn on or off the effect if you think you're gonna get, like on the pattern on my weave of my jacket, some moire gonna pop up. You can turn on the anti-aliasing filter software and that will eliminate it for you. Now really, putting this up against the Canon or Nikon equivalents, there isn't one that's that well appointed in their APS-C or crop frame cameras. It's really punching above its weight. At the same time as a lot of people are really focused on going full frame, a lot of people are actually going mirrorless and they want to go smaller and they don't mind so much about how big the sensor is, especially when you're seeing amazing image quality coming off things like Micro Four Thirds sensors now. So if, everyone's got a different situation. You may be heavily invested in something, you may have brand loyalties, yada, yada. Try it before you write it off. I'll be asking to get a copy of this to do some full hands-on testing. I'm always impressed with the specs, the image quality, even the K3 and the K2, they both got really great reviews in terms of their overall image quality for stills and their build. So, styling, it's not my cup of tea. I think it looks like a bag of assholes that's been designed in Soviet Germany, but there are people who love the really angular styling, so that's your call. If you're interested in it, please check out the links in the caption below. Leave me any questions or comments. Have you got one? Are you waiting on this? Are you a hardcore Pentaxian? Thank you to the guys who flagged that this one had come out to me. Facebook kicked me off for 3 days, so I haven't been able to thank you personally, but I do get those messages and I appreciate them. Please take a moment to subscribe. Jump over to mattgranger.com, sign up for our mailing list too. Lots more gears, news and review coming soon here, and lots of tutorials over at the Matt Granger channel. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.